So this is kind of a big project, and I'm pretty excited to be part of it. We have assembled about 70 old Macintosh computers of different ages, everything from a Mac 512 to an Xserve to several newish iMacs, lots of laptops and desktops. There's a good mix. The installation prays, it chants, and it celebrates the Virgin. The prayer is a startup item on all the machines. Some of the machines are set up with an Apple script, and they will, from time to time, they will speak the text of the prayer. The chanting is an om. They all om together, so it's this long, drawn-out, prolonged om with overtones and cycles in and out. And it's also quite beautiful to look at because of all the images of the Virgin. She has been a favorite of artists, and so there's lots and lots of different artists' conceptions and artistic renditions of the Virgin. The network is all connected with pink Ethernet cables via 4 24-port gigabit switches, which is more than the network really needs because they're old and slow. None of them ever heard of gigabit when they were born. They're actually sharing their stories with each other. The computers are in constant communication. These computers are all used, and they've all had lives. They were purchased new and treasured. They've been cursed, they've been trusted, they've been mistrusted, and they were ultimately discarded. If you purchase them new, the value of the installation would be over $165,000. The weight of the installation is a little over a ton. Starting and stopping the computers is a bit of an adventure because all of these computers are old. The 512 is over 30 years old, and so getting them to go is sometimes takes some cajoling. You have preferences that don't go anywhere, you have startup items that don't go anywhere, so there's just a lot of ghosts rattling around in these machines. I kind of think of them as being like old people. They have aches and pains, and they've forgotten things, and they get confused, but generally they're very good-natured and they get it together. We lose them from time to time, it happens. Every time you shut them down, you wonder, is this the last time, though? The installation is set up at OhmSoft Technologies, and that's a great place for us because they have plenty of power. The power draw is substantial. The maximum rating for the installation would be about 14 kilowatts, but it doesn't draw anywhere near that. It's about 4 kilowatts is what it takes. And they also have network connectivity. We have a webcam so people can look at it, and we also have a presence on the internet so that people can actually participate in it from wherever they are in the world. It's been called a spirit network because there are spirits, there are ghosts. A lot of these computers belong to people who are dead. On the hard drives, those spinning drives, are the files and the records of the lives they've lived. The files have been erased. There are still traces of the stories that these computers have held. I had someone give me a computer. I told her about the project, and she had a used computer that she was discarding. And she loved the little computer, and when she gave it to me and she knew where it was going, she held it with both hands and she said, "My soul is in here." And I thought that was a really interesting thing to observe, and she's right. She's right. God knows what's on your computer. I don't know how that makes some people feel, but it's a fact. And so that's a really interesting aspect, to have this spirit network of computers that have recorded the modern world, making a prayer and chanting and exalting the Virgin. My role here is as the IT guy. That's all I am. I'm just setting things up as I've been told to do, and I try to take care of it and get it fired up and keep it running. But I'm just the IT guy.